Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Burge and I am the compassionate entrepreneur behind Jodie's Merry and Bright Black Friday party happening here on Facebook starting today and going through next Tuesday. It's a unique party. Usually our Facebook parties take place over the course of one day and a half an hour time period, but because this is taking place over our Black Friday huge sale, it's going to be a little bit longer. However, I'm placing this video up today. You can check it out, learn a little bit more about Trades of Hope, and then come back every day to check out what deal is going to be occurring on each particular day. I just want to give a huge shout out to Jodie for hosting this party. I connected with her this summer and she had actually had the opportunity to be a part of the Black Friday sale last year before I even knew about Trades of Hope at that point. And she got some amazing deals and just fell in love with the mission of Trades of Hope. And so she told me if we had a sale this year, she wanted to be a part of it. So Jodie, thank you for extending the ripple of hope through Trades of Hope and helping your friends and family get some great deals on beautiful products that are empowering women all around the world. I just want to thank you all for watching this video and learning a little bit about Trades of Hope. I started with Trades of Hope just last May. I have previously been an elementary school teacher, and last summer I had my son Benjamin and opted to leave teaching for the time being to stay home with him, and that was a really hard decision. Teaching has always felt like my calling and my way of reaching out and touching the world and changing lives and making a difference. And so the first couple of months home were really a struggle for me, and I kind of questioned how I could still pursue making a difference in the lives of others. And some of the things that I'm extra passionate about and very concerned about is human trafficking and prostitution and children who are not being given an opportunity for education. And so when I heard about Trades of Hope, I was like, whoa, this is one small thing that is making a huge impact in all of these areas that I am passionate about. And the more I learned about it, the more I just knew I've got to be a part of this. I never envisioned myself a part of anything like this. And so it was a big leap of faith, and it's just been incredible. And I just love having the opportunity to share about what we're doing with people who have never heard about it before. And hopefully you'll be as inspired as I was. To give you a little background about Trades of Hope, Trades of Hope is considered a missional business. It was founded in 2010 by two women and their daughters, and our founders believe that all women everywhere should be empowered and have a chance to better their own lives. It was their dream to create business opportunities for women in desperate situations to end poverty. Trades of Hope is not a charity or a not-for-profit. It's considered a missional business because we believe that business is a long-term solution for change over charity. Charity does not always give dignity to an artisan, and sustainable business gives them a long-term ability to find pride in providing for themselves and their children. Paying our compassionate entrepreneurs like myself is the best way to ensure that our business is sustainable and that our artisans keep getting sales. Essentially, how we function is we partner with groups who apply through the Fair Trade Organization to work with us. And we give them the opportunity to have a greater audience for the products that they are creating within their own country using sustainable resources that they have already at their disposal. So it's really an incredible partnership that we have with them. I don't have my job without them, and they are unable to sell their products without me and the other compassionate entrepreneurs and amazing people like you who are willing to check out their products. So that's kind of how Trades of Hope works. Your purchases are helping women in the slums, the sweatshops, and the sex trade, and in extreme poverty to find a sustainable income. You already love to buy beautiful things, especially around the Christmas time. We all love to give meaningful gifts to our family and friends. So why not buy things that are ethically produced and that are creating jobs? This cycle of sustainable business displaces and ends the cycle of poverty. It's how we are changing the world. Through Trades of Hope, women like this artisan mom pictured here on the front of this card, this is Gina, are able to work in safe, encouraging environments and provide for their families. It's ending that cycle of poverty. Trades of Hope is all about empowerment and sustainable business, if you haven't picked up on that already. We're excited to create job opportunities for not only our partners, but also for our compassionate entrepreneurs right here in America. I'm looking forward to sharing a little bit more with you about what we do and how we do it. To give you a little background, we work primarily with women. We are about 80% women and 20% men. And the reason we focus so much on women is because women can create a greater rippling effect of change. And I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why we focus on them. First of all, women, about 40% of all women make less than $2 a day around the world. In general, women are only paid 25 cents to a man's dollar. 70% of people living in poverty around the world are women. And the primary victims of today's wars are not soldiers and men, they're women and children. So we saw a need and we said, we're gonna work with these women to bring them out of poverty, to bring them out of these desperate situations and empower them with strength and dignity through their work. Statistically, empowering a woman has rippling effects on her family and community. A woman will wisely invest her money, she'll feed and clothe her children, she'll send them to school, and she'll reach out to her community as well. Trades of Hope partners with artisans from all over the world. We have 18 different partnerships in different countries, including right here in the United States, and we help to market and sell their beautiful products. We practice fair trade principles, which means that our artisans are paid 3 to 6 times more than what they would normally make in their own country. Trades of Hope also pays 100% of what the artisans ask for up front so that they can make a fair wage and take care of their families and send their children to school. What that means is the big Black Friday sale that's going on right now does not mean that we are paying our artisans less. They have already been paid upfront 100% of what they need for the work that they have done. So they're not getting less because of the deal that you're getting on the products that they've made. We know that people around the world are not in poverty because they lack ability, but because they lack opportunity. At Trades of Hope, we're giving our artisans the opportunity to rise out of power by ordering our products from them. We are empowering our artisans to be the heroes of their own stories. Each and every one of our artisans and our products has a story tied to it, and it gives it a special meaning. So every day when I put on my Trades of Hope apparel, I think of the artisan that created it. I think of how their lives have been changed through the work of creating the item that I get to wear. I'd like to share just a couple of those stories with you now, and then I'll also post a couple more stories in the comments of this video that you can check out if you're interested. I always have a hard time narrowing it down to just a couple of stories, so I'm going to do that right now though. The first story that I want to tell you about is about Gina, the woman in the picture that I just showed you. Gina created this beautiful bracelet right here. This is our Pure Love bracelet, and it comes from Haiti. And these bracelets are made out of cereal boxes and Haitian clay actually. It's a symbol of something that was discarded that's been transformed into something of beauty and value. And that symbolism is there for a reason. Our artisans who create these pieces have been artisans living in poverty who are seen to have very little value in Haiti. And through their work, they've been able to rise out of that poverty, become landowners, homeowners, and they've been able to take charge of their own lives. And so they've been transformed through their work. These bracelets are made by an artisan group in Haiti that's known as the Unorphanage. And the Unorphanage was started by a woman named Shelley and her husband who actually traveled to Haiti planning to adopt a child there. And when they arrived, they were asked if they wanted to meet the child's mother by the director of the orphanage. And they were really confused at that because they clearly and obviously thought that they were going to be there to adopt an orphan. They found out that not only was this child not an orphan, but this child had a mother that came to visit her every week and loved her. And the only reason she gave her up is because she was so desperate to provide for her child and she couldn't do so because she didn't have a job, and she relinquished her to the orphanage. And this is actually the case for the majority of the 500,000 orphans in Haiti. So this couple knew that they needed to be a part of the solution to help women keep their children by creating an employment opportunity in Haiti. So they did not adopt this child, but instead they moved their entire family to Haiti, and they started the Unorphanage project. Excuse me, my cat is curious about the work up here. So they started with 3 artisans, and they now have over 200 artisans. And Gina is one of the artisans right here. This is her daughter, Chrisnell. Gina was going door to door looking for an orphanage that would take in her daughter, Chrisnell, when she ran into Shelly. And Shelly said, "Don't do that. I have an employment opportunity for you." So while Gina works to create the beautiful pieces now that we have to sell, Chrisnell is able to play safely in the on-site daycare that the Unorphanage provides. And when she's old enough, she'll be able to attend the school that the Unorphanage now runs. So as the business has grown, the opportunities they've been able to provide have also grown, which is really just incredible. I also want to share with you why we work with so many Indian partners. When you click on Jodie's party link and you check out the different pieces, each piece is going to tell you just a glimpse of the artisan group that creates it. And you'll notice that a lot of the pieces that you'll see are made in India. Not all, because again, we work with countries all over, but many of them are made in India. And the reason we partner with so many Indian artisans is because 40% of human trafficking victims and poverty-stricken individuals are in India. And so there's just such a large need in this area, and so that's why we have so many partners there. In India, women are often overlooked, and seen as objects. They live a life that consists of low wages and discrimination. Most of the time, the boys of the family are given the opportunity to go to school, while the girls are expected to care for the home and other children of the house. This is in part due to the fact that India, along with many other countries in the world, does not have a free public education system. So if the family does have money to send a child to school, they will send a boy versus a girl. Sadly, many women end up in the sex trade or working in sweatshops for 12 to 14 hours a day. But Trades of Hope is changing that for many women. Now they're able to work from home and be with their children. They're empowered, they're self-reliant, and they're even becoming leaders in their villages. They're stepping out from under the perception that women have no value, and they're gaining respect. They are also sending their children to school, so their sons and their daughters are gaining the skills that they need to live lives of dignity and opportunity. Our Paisley Journal is one of our Indian products that is right here. So if you're looking for a beautiful new journal, this would be one that I would recommend. And the cover is crafted from recycled cloth, and the writing is an ancient script, and it tells the story of the Indian kings and princesses of old. The journal's pages are made from handmade paper pressed with flower petals, particularly marigolds, which in their culture represents celebration. So these are just a couple of the stories of our artisan groups, and like I said, I'll post more in the comments if you're interested. I always have a hard time picking which countries to share because they're all really going through such incredible changes, and so those are just a couple of the stories I'm going to share with you today. That's how Trades of Hope essentially works. There's a couple of ways that you can work with Trades of Hope to support. The first is by being here and listening to what we're doing, the changes that we're making, purchasing any items, crossing off Christmas list ideas with items that are making a difference. And the second is by doing what Jodie is doing and hosting a party. It can be as simple as a Facebook party, or it can be also as simple as an in-home party. They're tons of fun. It usually ends up being a girls' night in, and I just give a short presentation like this, and then we just chat and enjoy looking at the items that Trades of Hope offers. And the third is by becoming a compassionate entrepreneur like myself. So if you attend this party, like me, and you're still thinking about it months from now, maybe you would like more information about becoming a compassionate entrepreneur. Let me know. I'd love to answer any of your questions. That's what I have for you right now, and I, again, just want to thank you for coming out to this party. Enjoy browsing. Let me know if you have any questions about the products, about how it's shipped. All of the orders will be arriving by Christmas. It's a really quick turnaround. Our shipping center is in Florida. And I would just love to talk to you more about Trades of Hope and help you with anything that you need. Thank you so much for attending Jodie's Merry and Bright Black Friday party, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.